Hello everyone and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Today we will be painting some cards, and these are actually an inspiration from a previous video that I did a while back ago with a little bit of the twist. And I will also put the link in the description box for that previous video. To paint it, I will be using postcards from Etchr. These are 230 GSM and they are cold press watercolor paper. Also, I will be using Sennelier watercolors, and I will let you know during the video which colors I'm using, but I will also list them fully in the description. Depending on the size of your paper, you can be using smaller or larger flat brush. I will be using the smaller number 12 brush. Also, I'll use Raphael number 6 round brush. This white paint from Tempera, this is something similar like a gouache paint, and this block of paper, actually paper from it, from Hahnemuhle, just to cut out my shapes. I will start with the first card and I will just splatter a little bit of the water on top and then pick up some yellow ochre and do the first card. And you can see I'm just randomly adding some paint on the paper, and then with the spray bottle I'm just going around and softening those edges. On top I'm adding a little bit of the splatters with yellow. For the second one, I will spray some water, just clean water on top of my paper, and then add some sap green, same thing as for the previous card, and also go over the edges just to soften them, move the paint around and make it, I guess, a little bit softer in some parts and a little bit harder, sharper in others. A little bit of the splatters also with sap green. Third one, same thing. Splatters with clean water. I'm picking up some Indanthrene blue, adding on top of my watercolor paper, and then adding a little bit of the spray with the spray bottle just to move the paint around. You can skip the part where you spray it with clean water before you start to paint and just add it at the end. While the paper is somewhat wet, I'm adding a little bit more of the splatters with blue. I will leave that to dry. While that dries, I will be drawing and cutting up my shapes. And I will be doing one tree. So that's gonna go on top of the green card. A star, that's gonna go on top of the yellow. First, I will just sketch my star and then go over on top and curve the edges just to make it a little bit more interesting. And those edges and corners are definitely not the same, but it doesn't matter. So for the third one, I will be doing 3 bulbs. So I'm using this ruler just to draw them, and now I will cut them all. And with ink pen, this is number 01, I believe, because my shapes are quite small. I'm adding some dots over at the corners, edges of my shapes. And with white all-purpose paint, I will just splatter on top of the dry cards, all 3 of them. And also I will embellish a little bit the shapes that I did. So I will use again same green, sap green for the tree, and just add a little bit of the watercolors at the bottom. For the star, I will be using again yellow ochre, just add a little bit of the pigment and then with the clean water soften the edges and move it around. Same thing for the third card. I did do this video and these cards on my Patreon, so the real-time video step by step you can find on my Patreon. I will also put the link in the description box. I believe I will be doing 12 card designs, so there will be more cards there. If you're interested, you can always join for free and just see what's going on there. And if you like, you can just always join in and paint with us. I am planning a lot of good things there this year for Christmas, holidays, and winter. So with the tape, this is both-sided thicker tape, foam tape. I'm just gluing my shapes on top. And for the bulbs, I'm adding a little bit of the, I guess I'm adding the string on which my bulbs are hanging on. And I'm gonna write in the text. You can always just choose the text you like and write whatever you like. I decided also to go over on the edges of my cards and just add a little bit of that same green I used. And next to those colors, I've added also a little bit of the raw umber. I will glue all of them on top of the cards, and I will be using just a masking tape now for the, I guess, demonstration purposes, but I do not recommend using masking tape. Just use some harder glue to glue them on top of your cardboard. So guys, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. You're gonna give this a try. Quite simple cards, but very, very beautiful. If you do like this video, please hit the like button, share it, and comment. If you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. I have many tutorials here. Remember, I do also have a Patreon where I place real-time tutorials, and you can find there a lot of goodies. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!